Hello everyone, this is Tessa. Welcome back to my channel. It is 4:30 in the morning here, and I just got done my last sprint for the Wide Writeathon. I did 3 today. One at 5 a.m., one at 5:30 p.m., and this one at 2 a.m. And so I'm done now. I did my thing. I learned a few things, and one of the things I learned was that I have a problem with POV characters and repetition. I didn't realize what the problem was, though, because I kept getting told by my beta readers that I have a lot of repetition. And I'm like, how do I get around this? I don't understand. So one of the people on my last stream with me, I wasn't the host, I was just a co-host. But another one of the co-hosts, A.E. Venetia, she's from Denmark, and she said that she writes at least 5 POV characters, which is, I have at least 5, if not a little more. And so she said this is how she avoids the repetition, is that each POV character is on a different time frame. Whereas I was trying to do all of them at the same time and then move on to another time frame. She actually does, each, moves the story along time-wise. Because my timeline was all screwed up too. And I was getting confused. How do I do this? And how do I refer back to something that I already said in a different piece? So what she said makes perfect sense, even at 4:30 in the morning. I did take a couple of naps, but it does make perfect sense. It just means now that I can start writing again. I thought I was finally past the beginning of the story, but I have to go back to the beginning. I may actually have to write this down to try to get it into an order that makes sense. And I need to not keep talking about the same same subject each person, because I get what they're saying with the repetition now. I get it. I mean, I was glad that somebody was actually able to shed some light on it to help me understand, because I totally screwed my timeline up, because I'm like, this is not going to work out. I already mentioned this particular incident further up at a different time in the book, and now I'm mentioning it again. This doesn't make sense. So she put it into perspective for me. So I appreciate that. I like doing the Worldwide Write-a-thons as a co-host. I enjoy it. I enjoy co-hosting. I enjoy hosting. I'm glad I'm not responsible for the hosting in the Worldwide Write-a-thon, though, because they do have a lot more to deal with. So I was rather glad to just be a co-host. At first, I wanted to be a host. And I'm like, darn, I didn't make it. And I thought afterwards, I'm like, when I saw because they were changing things up, I thought, I'm glad I didn't. That sounds like a lot of work. I don't need that. I don't need that work. I don't need that responsibility. I'm happy being a co-host. So I didn't even bother putting in for hosting this time, though. I think I was in the hospital at the time, anyhow. I wouldn't have been able to. I think I missed the time. But it's fine. Co-hosting is fine. I mean, the hardest part was trying to find a stream to co-host on, because this year they allowed the hosts to choose their own if they wanted to. And so that knocked off a lot of co-hosting spots that were available. So there weren't as many, because most of the people wanted to pick their own. And then they filled it. If they couldn't find enough people to do it, then they filled it out with a few extra people. So I picked up a couple spots because people were officially closed to invitations and then at the end put open invitations. So I ended up with 3, so that was fine. You get some exposure. I noticed my numbers. I checked my amount of subscribers, and I have 197 now. So I'm almost to 200, which I never thought I'd get over 100. So I'm pleased. Got over 100, and now I'm on my way to 200, almost there, which is great. So it's not over yet. There's still quite a few because they expanded the hours this time, and we had 2 full hours for each stream, and they ran from Friday night all the way to Sunday. I think it's Sunday evening is the end. So there's still quite a few sprints left. I don't know if I'll join them or not, if I'll just go to bed, or if I'll try to unravel the mess I have right now. I'm not sure what I want to do. But, I mean, I'm glad it's over because I was a little anxious about it, even though I've done it before. This is my 3rd Worldwide Writeathon. I was a little anxious. Anyhow, plus I'm still getting over the withdrawal from my anxiety medicine. So I was finally able to start taking that again on Wednesday night, and most of my fears are slowly receding. They never go away, but they are much better under control than they were. I was really bad. So I feel much better now. Got my medicine back. Finally, the insurance company screwed it up big time, and caused that. And I'll tell you, withdrawal from a drug like that is not easy. I was an absolute mess, so I feel much better. And I have to tackle this project because July 1st, supposed to go to the editor. As far as I know, that was the plan. So we're partway into June now, so I need to get it together. And if I get it together and get it done and get it to the editor by July 1st, then Camp Nano in July, I can start another project. I don't have to finish editing this one. I can actually start another one. And I have parts 2 and 3 partially started, so it would be a matter of pulling all of them off of my blog, because I wrote them as prompt pieces on my blog, putting them together, and then creating a cohesive story out of them that will, again, with the timelines, do I want to do my books, you know, so they run together, or do I want the books to run one after the other? And I really don't know if there's a better way of doing it. Should they run one after the other? Does it matter if they kind of run sort of side by side? But that makes a difference on, I have to make a decision before I finish this book up, because this book has to lead into the next one. So I do need to make a sort of decision. I already started making a spot where the 2 books combine, because I'm writing a small town mystery series, all based on the same town. So they'll be the same, you know, characters, just in different parts of the story, whether they're the main part or just, you know, supporting characters. But it'll be the same people. I don't have to create all new people, all new towns. Everything will be the same, except for the story and who's the main characters. So you have to figure that out before I end it, so I know what I'm doing. So anyhow, just wanted to get you up to date on where I'm at after the Worldwide Writeathon. I spent, 6 hours today working on it. It's just quite a bit of time. Sometimes I don't work that much during the day, but I did work about 6 hours on it. A little bit of time was spent on blog post that I wanted to do, but for the most part I worked on the story. And then I ran into the timeline problem, and I'm like, oh well, I don't know what to do. So I kind of came to an abrupt halt. But I got an idea now what I need to do. I just not sure how to do it. So I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you for watching. If you wish to subscribe, please, by all means. I'm almost to 200. I'd like to get over the 200 mark. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. I try to make at least one video a week. Doesn't always happen, but I do try to make one a week. And if I can, maybe 2. My plan with me's didn't go so well last time I did it. I don't know what happened. And I haven't been able, I've had to update my pages. So I don't know when I'll do another plan with me. And see if it even, if I could, I couldn't get it to go from my phone to the computer. And I don't know if it's because it's too long, which means I have to work on trying to cut down the amount of time I spend making them. Because it just, no matter how many times it said it went, it did not, I could not find the file anywhere. So I may have to make them shorter. But I'd like to restart the plan with me's again, but it won't be this week because I already filled the pages in with this week's schedule. So I'll have to plan better and try to put anything on there for the week, and then do a plan with me, and see if I can get it to actually make a video. And if I can, then I have to watch the time and see how long it lets me, because definitely it was a little over an hour, that video, because I was talking about something else at the same time and it wouldn't copy over. I couldn't get it off the phone. So we'll see. We'll have to see. It probably has to do with the time. It was probably just too long and it was too big a file to move. So we'll find out. I will try next time to make it much shorter and not talk so much during it. Because that, I think, was part of the problem. I was talking about something else and I didn't get to it right away. And by the time I got done, it was over an hour, and definitely not a good thing. So everybody, please take it easy. Be safe and have a great week. Bye now.